In this lecture, we will go ahead and configure our Vesta control panel. So this is one of the most important lectures, I would say. Now, if you have followed the last lecture correctly, you should be on the screen. And we are going to do a lot of edits. So in admin account, we are going to say edit. And this is the user profile settings. Here we are going to save a new password. So just generate a new password. Email can be anything. Package will be default. Language, you can choose your language. I'm going with English. First name, last name, it can be anything. I'm just going to leave it on default. And here, this is the main part. This should be ns1.yourdomain. And ns2.yourdomain. I'm just going to copy this and paste it right here. So now, if you just go to users, you are again on the same screen and you see name servers are now correct. So we want to go to web. And here we want to add our main domain name. So this is server 1, but why we choose server 1? Because choosing a server 1, server 2 or anything, let's say node or something, that makes it easier to configure the email server. So now it is 99.99% guarantees that if we set up this kind of setup, it will get all of our emails in inbox. Let's just add our primary domain here. Don't make any www or https, nothing, just your domain name. So just enable the DNS support and mail support, and advanced options have some things like www alias. Yes, we need that. These are the extensions which we are going to support on our domain name and website. Here's the SSL support. So we need the SSL support, and if you have purchased your SSL, you can add it here. If you need the free Let's Encrypt SSL, you can click here. But we will do this later. It will not work right now. So just click on save. And domain has been added. You can just see in the web, it is here. We will do all these settings later, but let's go to DNS. And there is a lot which we have to configure here. Now this is perfect, ns1.rdomain, but this is not correct. nsdomain.domain.tld, that's wrong. Just click on edit. And here, just correct this SOA record and click on save and go to DNS again. And you see, it is fine. There are some other things, like you see 14 records here. We need to fix this as well. Let's go to these 14 records and you see all of these records. And actually, we need to first of all configure the main domain and then we will configure this one. So let's 14 records of this one. Now here you will find again the same thing. Actually, it is correct in my case, but if in your case it is that domain.tld, you need to correct that as well. And I'm going to show you how you can correct that. First of all, you need to create ns1 and ns2 record here. Click on add and click on ns1, and in IP, you see, right, it is going to be our domain. In IP, we are going to add the server IP. So just copy this and add it and just click on save. Basically add here, so yeah, and ns2 as well. Now add your second IP address here if you have multiple IP addresses, but this is just a demo, so I'm just adding the same address and I have not got the second address from my provider, so that's fine. And that's all. Now go to DNS and you will have 16 records now. It's okay if you have more, but you should have these ns1 and ns2. Now there is a asterisk record missing, so we're gonna add that as well. This is a wildcard, so asterisk sign. and IP address here and click on add. You have now 17 records. Server 1 also needs to be configured now. By the way, you can add a server 1 record as well in that proficient school. Now you see this is not correct, so now we can edit it. So before editing it, make sure you have created the NS1 and NS2 record. Otherwise, this will give you error. So now I can click on save. Let's see. And this one is fine. Now this one needs editing. Let's edit it. Just click on save. And let's view these records. And here all the records are fine. We don't have a asterisk record here as well, so we are going to create that. You're gonna say add it right here, and that works. You can add a server 1 record in proficient school 17 records. It will become 18 if you want. So that's a recommendation. If you want to do, you can do that. I'm just leaving it. And now we're going to go to mail. And we can create email accounts from here if you want. I just want to see if there is configuration needed. So there is no configuration error. Now if you find any default name of email here, you have to delete that. In my case, there is no default here, so I'm not doing anything. In database, you can see there is a default, so you have to delete it. So that's fine now. And then there are the cron jobs. Now these are the default cron jobs for Vesta. Now please do not play with these until you know what are you doing. You can manage your backups from here if you want to create some backups. And that is how you configure your server. Now there is one more step, which is in the server tab right here. In server tab, you have make sure this is server1.yourdomain. Make sure it is correct. Also, you have to go to configure. And you have to select the correct time zone. So here I will go ahead and choose my time zone. So, you know, I have time zone here -9, but I cannot see any I cannot see any of my time zone. This is, I need the New York City basically. And, you know, don't choose your time zone, rather you have to choose your server time zone. So our server is located in New York City, right? Here it is, the New York. So please make sure you are on the correct time. Otherwise, if you don't do so, your emails will go to spam. Because your server is in some other time zone, you're sending email in other time, and your server is marking the time wrong right here. So make sure it is right, and just click on save. And that is how you configure all the Vesta control panel services.